Come with it now. This is Defenders. It is Fear on Shelf, The Depth, a mini-series that stupidly didn't use the Defender's name on the cover, so most people didn't read it. And this issue should be very special because it has one of my favourite bad guys, King Shark, and he has grown himself a second head. That is worthy of a mini-series all by itself. 2 heads are better than 1 and stuff like that. But sadly, he is a bit of a non-presence in this issue, despite being on the cover. This is part of the Fear on Shelf crossover, bunch of magic hammers from Foreland. They appeared on Earth. Ocean Master got one, and he has been using it to destroy SeaWorld. And so Seaman, he went to Doctor Strange, and they got together a team of defenders. We have Doctor Strange in casual wear. We have Seaman. Up here is Silver Surfman. In Hulk's absence, we have Hulk Daughter. And our here, one of the junior members of the Excellent Men, Luau. I mourn about how the original Defenders is a boring concept. Those 4 characters together is so tired. But little tweaks like this, where you swap out 1 character, or you bring in a 5th character, make it worth reading. Funniest the End does the same thing. It has the 4 original Defenders, and then Captain Marbles, the real one, Genisvel. I say that because issue 2 is in the corner of my eye, and I had to decide between this or that to review today. Poor King's Shark. He doesn't get much today here. Persons forget, or they just didn't know, that King Shark is a tank. His strength level is far greater than Seaman's. He is someone who can fight like Hercules Man, or as we saw in a recent unboxing video, Hulk. And here, he wants to eat Hulk Daughter, but the Defenders just run away from him. And we get back to him in a few pages' time, but I feel this issue does a disservice to King Shark. The baddie who gets a far better showing is King Atlan. He is one of the evil, bad SeaWorld bad guys. And you might be wondering why I am talking about him on this random page with Silver Surfman and Luau. And it is because that ain't no Luau, that is King Atlan. He disguised himself as Luau to try and trick Silver Surfman. Now, most of you probably didn't give a rat's arse about King Atlan. Some of you might recognise his look but know nothing about the character. And in my position as a civil defence lawyer for the reputation of lesser known Marvel villains, I want to tell you that this character really got fucked over. As he says down here, he has single-handedly defeated the Avengers. That's not a crock of shit. He did. He really did. King Atlan was... he was a fucking beast. And it wasn't just one issue. Nearly every time the Avengers fought him, He was always a tough victory for them. My favourite issue of Avengers, Avengers 172, that one featured him. But I didn't think it is just a bias based on that issue being my favourite, that I am voicing that this character has not been given the respect he deserves. His first appearance, that was when he single-handedly beat the Avengers. That was Avengers 154. There is a great bit where he does this same trick on Charlotte Witch, where he impersonates someone else, he disguises himself as an ally, and then Charlotte Witch works out that it is an imposter. Great scene. So then we cut to the payoff to Hulk Daughter and King Shark. I might have mentioned this in issue 1 or 2, but one of her things, the twist on the Hulk setup for her, is that she gets stronger the calmer she is. So she is meditating here. And then on the next page, she one-punch mans the King's Shark. Next time he appears, he has one head again, so I guess this was just temporary magic. Hashtag justice for King Shark. Hashtag justice for King Atlan too. Hashtag, while we're at it, justice for Captain America. We next get to the source of all this sea magic, and it is a new character called Illa. And some people might think that I am a purist and that I just want to see the same art shit from the 80s repeated over and over again, like King Atlan and King Shark. But no, new characters are fine when they are something new and they are not overwritten pieces of shit. And in this case, Illa works. Adding to Seaman's Rogues Gallery or introducing another female villain linked to SeaWorld, it is not a needless task. Given her magical abilities also makes her a bit different and stand out more among Seaman's enemies. It's something a bit more uniquely hers. Totally okay character to introduce. Unfortunately, she only shows up again in this writer's Horrible Defenders ongoing that came out 3 or 4 years after this and was extra disappointing because they had written a pretty good Defenders story with this mini-series. So they defeat Illa, and all that's left to do now is the final issue where they will confront Ocean Master with his magic forehammer. Expect guest stars of the Defenders variety. I like it. That is my conclusion. I like it. 7 thumbs up.